Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Art and Tarot. I am RoboMonk. Thank you for all of my new subscribers, all of my long-standing subscribers, and all of my viewers. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are exploring what your ancestors are trying to tell you. There's something they're trying to tell you and it's important and they want you to hear it. And so we're going to explore what that actually is. So this is a pick a card. So let's get to the piles and see what they are. As you can see, we have 3 piles in front of us and 3 stones to match. So pile 1 is a purple amethyst. Pile 2 is angelite. Pile 3 is Dalmatian jasper. And there's 3 images to go along with that as well. So choose one that really resonates with you. And then if you want to skip ahead, there's also timestamps down below in the description. All right. I'll see you in the reading. Hello, Pile 1. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are getting a message from your ancestors. They've been trying to tell you this for a long time, and now is the day that you're supposed to hear it. So, let's take a look. We have a card that is separate from itself, and then 5 other cards that are cascading upward to the right. So the card that is standing by itself is going to be really what we're focusing on, and then the cascading cards to the right are going to be the message about this scenario. So let's see what's going on. The first image I get is one that's very abstract. It's of a male and female energy being split in 2, and the sun is coming out of the center of them. What this tells me is there is a balance that needs to be struck to let your light shine out between your male and female energies. But also I think there's something else to this. It's not as straightforward. Since this is a message from your ancestors, this could be your ancestors reaching out to you, saying there is a way to let your light shine, and we are going to give you some clues about what that may be. The next image is of a tree. It's of a tree that is being struck by lightning and it's cracking in 2. The top is falling over and the roots are reaching down into the ground, holding the stump in the ground, but the top is falling over. Since this is coming from your ancestors, this could be a family tree. This could be also symbolizing something that is happening very quickly that has been unexpected, almost like a tower card, right? Almost like a tower card. There's something that has been interrupted in a very quick manner. And your ancestors are saying, we need to pay attention to this because this could be causing you or your family or your soul family a lot of pain at this point. I'm reminded of a death. Death can do this. Death is something that we don't often talk about, so we often shy away from, but we all experience it in one way, shape, or form. And sometimes when somebody passes on that we deeply care about, they have messages for us, and we just need to know how to listen for them. So I see an older energy there. It's male, but it doesn't have to be a male, but in this drawing it is a male, older energy. With this, I'm thinking that there have been family members or soul family members that have passed on that you deeply care about. And it may have been sudden, but their roots run deep. They run deep in your soul family. They run deep in your family. They run deep because of traditions and memories that they have left, impressions that they have made in your lives. And this is something that is very important. Sometimes those are so painful that we hide them away. But this message is saying that we can honor those people that have gone into the spirit world before us by either carrying on those traditions or modifying them in some way. Learning from what they have given us and improving upon it if necessary. So, with this tree cracking, because of this lightning bolt coming through, it has left everything kind of in an upheaval, as quick changes do. Maybe someone didn't die, but they moved away abruptly and left you picking up the pieces. But I still see this tree shattered on the ground, limbs everywhere. This is the third card. So you are picking up the pieces after this has happened. And sometimes other people can help us pick up these pieces, and other times it's just us. And we have to deal with it. But you are picking up the limbs, you are cleaning up this area where the lightning shattered the tree in two, and you're really wondering what to do next, where to go. And this is so common with sudden change, whether it be a death, whether it be something that is out of our control. We almost have whiplash, or we are in shock after it happens, and we don't know what to do for the next 2 or 3 months. We might be just going through these old habits, thinking that things will go back to normal, and then suddenly you find that they never will go back to normal. That normal is gone. What we were used to is gone. So where do you go from there? You have to pick up the pieces and do what you think is best. But what this ancestor wants you to know is that you aren't doing it alone, because they never actually have gone anywhere but by your side. They are spiritually by your side now, helping you in every way they can. We have to pick up the pieces here on this earth plane, but they are there still beside you in the spiritual world. The fourth card, I see you with a saw starting to trim away the dead branches, cleaning up, making this more manageable. So you're starting to get a grasp on the situation as best as you can. So your strength is pulling through. Perhaps your soul family is helping you, but this ancestor is also helping you as well. So even if there wasn't a death in the family, these ancestors are saying, we are here. Those who have passed on are here. This sudden change that has come into your life has drastically changed everything. There will be a new normal that you have to reach. But in order to reach that, you have to pick up the pieces. You have to use them as best as you can, put them back together in a different way to carry on. And that's life, right? We've all gone through this, and it's tough. But through these traditions, through these memories of this person or this old normal, we can honor them. In this fifth card, I see you have created a picture frame out of the wood of the tree, and it is encapsulating the memories that you've had with this person. It is encapsulating this old normal and honoring it, honoring what you've learned from them, honoring what you've learned from that time, honoring just and thanking Spirit for that time together. All of us wish that we had more time with certain people, and sometimes that's not the case. So we have to take the time that we have and cherish it, and say thank you, Spirit, for whatever time we have with that. The final image in the sixth card is a really touching image. I see you sitting down on a chair that you've built from this tree. It is literally supporting you right now. You are looking at the memories of this old normal, and you're creating a new normal. You're creating new traditions. But this person that has been with you and your ancestors that have been with you are still there looking over you, comforting you, helping you in any way they can from the spirit world. And your ancestors wanted you to know this. Why right now? There are other people that don't know this secret. And it may be something that you've thought about before. It may be something that you are actually very accustomed to, knowing that your ancestors are there with you. But there are so many other people out there that don't know that. And it's a beautiful message, because it's true. And with this message, you can change a person's life. So the next time you come across a person that's going through a deep change, a sudden change, whether it be a death or a sudden change in their life, they don't know what to do, tell them about this. Tell them that they are not alone. Tell them that the people that they care about have passed on, but are looking after them. So you can create new traditions. You can carry on new lessons. And they will carry it on to the next generation. And this will give peace, so much peace, to these people that are grieving at the time. I see, for the final image, a person kneeling and talking to a child. They are telling them this message. They are telling them that they aren't alone. So many spirits protecting them. And a new tree, a new family tree, a new soul family tree, a new tree of tradition has grown in the back. And it is strong and it is healthy. And the cycle continues. But if they know this ahead of time, when that tree is struck by lightning again, they will know what to do, and they will know who to tell about this amazing message from your ancestors. Pile 1, thank you so much for being here today. That was powerful. What I love about this is I learn with you, right? I get these images from spirit, and a lot of times I don't know what they mean until they're here. So the fact that you are receiving this message, well, so am I. It's beautiful, isn't it? So I'm so glad you chose this. I'm so glad that you are here with me, experiencing this with me. and thank you. Know that you're loved. Know that you're blessed. I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you for being here with me today. Today we are exploring a message from your ancestors. They really want you to know this message right now. So, we're going to explore it together. As you can see, we have 6 cards in front of us. One is to the far left, and the other 5 are cascading upwards to the right. So the one to the left is really about the theme of the message, and then the other 5 are going to explain a little bit about what they mean with this theme. So let's get started. The first image I get is one of a hang glider. This is a flying device that is usually 1 or 2 people, and they have a system of pulleys and bars to hang on to, and it helps steer the device, but it's totally wind powered. And I immediately got the meaning to this as you go by the grace of spirit with this hang glider. You are at the mercy of the wind and where it wants to take you. You can steer a little bit, but it is much more where spirit wants to take you, or the wind wants to take you, right, in this hang glider. It's a great metaphor of life. We have a little bit of steering of where we want to go. We have that conversation with spirit of manifesting what we want. But sometimes spirit says, no, you're going to go this way, and we have to go that way. And your ancestors are really channeling this and saying, this is a lot like life. And I have a message about this for you today. I always think of hang gliders as taking a big risk. Life is risk. There's never any guarantees to it. You are basically jumping off that cliff with just this little piece of cloth and frame and hoping that you land correctly. And boy, doesn't that feel like life, right? With this hang glider. So let's see what the actual message is going into this. I see this hang glider again flying over a forest. The immediate sense that I get is an emotional one of peace, one of tranquility, one of being almost detached from any details of the world. You feel at peace, you are removed from any conflict that you have, you are removed from any sense of day-to-day details that might bog you down. You are free, you are flying over all of this beautiful world. And it's quite a card. But I sense it as elation, right? Something that is overwhelmingly positive. Okay. The next card is the third card. I see a silhouette, and the head is darkened, the heart is darkened, and the throat is darkened. I think this really is telling us about your chakras. So the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat, and the heart all seem to be blocked in this person. What I sense from this is there's an overwhelming emotion, something that's not being said, something that is clouding your judgment, something that is overtaking all of your energy and time. Now, usually this can be worrying about a certain situation, or anger about something that has happened to you, or what a person said, or what they have done, either to you or someone you've loved. So your ancestors are coming in and saying, hey, this is what we sense from you right now. And with this hang glider over here, this is more of the peaceful feeling we want for you. But we are sensing at this point in this third card that there is something that you need to say. There's something that you need to heal in your heart. There's something that you need to see in your third eye. There's something that you need to get knowledge from spirit, from your crown chakra. The fourth card is of a salmon. The salmon lives an interesting life, but when it knows it's time to go to the mating grounds, it actually travels upstream. It takes all of its energy to get there. It cannot waste any time or energy to get to the mating grounds, because if it doesn't, then it will die and it won't reproduce. And its one function here is to reproduce at this point, at this time. That's what nature wants it to do. So what I see as a parallel here, we as humans have multitudes of reasons to be here on Earth, not just to reproduce. But there's something that is taking your energy right now. And I sense that because of this third card of the blockage of the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. There is something that is taking your energy, that is diverting your focus of why you are here. Your ancestors are coming in and saying, look, this needs to be addressed because you are here for reasons other than what is taking your energy right now. Whether that be an argument you had, whether there is fear, whether there is worry. These are all human emotions that we have, and that's very understandable. But your ancestors from the spirit world are saying, we need to address this. We need to get this unblocked so you can freely flow and feel like that hang glider above the forest there. Peaceful, calm, heading in the direction of where you're supposed to go, and having all of your energy reserves because you're going to need them to get there. Card 5 was very powerful. I see a hand letting go of a knife. So there could have been some kind of argument that you've had, and your ancestors want you to let it go. Now, what does this mean? Let it go. That's a charged statement, isn't it? There are people that have wronged us. There are people that have wronged others that we love. And what is this doing? What does this mean to let go of this dagger? Well, it is forgiveness. That's another charged word, isn't it? This forgiveness is not for the person that has wronged you. This forgiveness is not for the person that has wronged someone that you loved. It is addressing the emotion that is inside you, that is blocking you, that is draining your energy. So what this does is let go of the anger so you can move on. And that's how I like to phrase forgiveness, because that is a really charged word. Forgiving someone of what they did, saying that it's right, it was okay. No, absolutely not. It was not okay. It was not right. Let me say that right now. That's not what forgiveness is. Because it wasn't right what they did. It wasn't okay. Nor do you have to forget that. But what it is letting go of the anger. Then you can move on with your life. Now, card 6 is very powerful again. What if you let go of that anger? What happens to that person? What are they going to do? Are they going to get punished? Are they going to get what they deserve? Well, all of a sudden, once you let go of that anger, it's not your problem. It's not your problem anymore. They still may have words for you. They may still have that energy that is draining them, that hate, that anger, or whatever it is. But you can walk away because you have let go of it. You are done with the situation and you're walking away. And you're moving on to why you are here. You are moving on to making a positive change in your life, in that loved one's life that may have gotten hurt, in other lives. Maybe you can share this experience with them. But you're moving on because the ancestors that love and care for you say this is draining your energy and you need this energy elsewhere. And that person in the background, card 6, shows you walking away from a person that is still angry, still full of emotion, but you are walking away from the situation. And whatever they say, whatever they do from here on out, that's on them. You do not have to worry about it. You do not have to give it energy. You do not have to give it any emotion from you. You don't have to wish them well. You can just simply let go of the anger and move on. Then you can focus on you. You can focus on that person that was hurt. You can focus on what is coming up next in your life. Pile 2, I hope this resonates with you. This was quite another powerful message. So, thank you for being here with me to experience that. I said this in pile 1, but a lot of times I don't know what's going to happen here with these messages. And so I'm learning with you. As much as you get the message, I get the message too. So we're learning together. So I truly appreciate you, your energy, and your presence being here today with me. Know that you're loved. Know that you're blessed. I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you for being here with me today. Today we have your ancestors sharing a message with you. They have something that they have been wanting to tell you, and now's the time for you to hear it. So, let's explore what this message is together. As you can see, we have 1 card to the far left and 5 cards cascading upward to the right. The 1 card to the left is going to be really the theme of this pile. So let's see what it is. The first image I get is one of an owl with its eyes closed. So in Native American culture, owls are eternal teachers. They represent the energy of the wise elders and ancestors who have previously walked the land. So here are your ancestors coming forward with a message for you. And it could be a lesson that they have learned before, and they want to pass this message on to you now. So let's see what it is. So The second card I see all in black with a small little candle, a very low light, small light, and it's shining not as brightly as it could be. Owls are active at night, so I want to say that this owl, this ancestor, is going to help you with your shadow work. Now, I've said this before, but I want to go into a little bit of detail of what that is, because I've seen a couple of comments on what is shadow work? What do you mean by that? But before we get there, I had one more image of you holding on to this card, almost like you were dangling from this card, where you're holding on, trying to survive, and you may be in survival mode at this point, where you're surviving, not thriving yet. And this ancestor is coming in and is going to help you get to the thriving mode, okay? But I'm still not done with this second card. Images still keep coming. The last part of this card, I see two bright owl eyes looking right at me. They are clear. They see all in the night, just as owls do. They're at home here. They will help you see in the shadow. They will help you work on your shadow work. So know you're not alone in this. Shadow work is never easy. Neither is light work, right? They're both difficult. But shadow work is all internal. Things that you don't show the outside. Internal thoughts, internal feelings, emotions, dreams, that kind of thing, okay? So there could be, for this third card, it's going into shadow work, there could be hidden emotions that you have not dealt with. You've pushed it down and you're going to really make sure that no one ever sees it. But the problem is, if you have these emotions that are pushed down, they actually are felt by all of your chakras. They're felt by your outward emotions. They're felt by your brain trying to process this in odd ways. So different things may trigger you because of this push down emotion, and you may not know why. That is why shadow work is so important, to uncover these hidden emotions that you may be having and saying, okay, that's why I was feeling that way. That's why I did that. Wow, I did not realize that. Okay, so that's something that shadow work can do. It's massively important to have a healthy life, to really look internally and see what you're thinking and why you're thinking it. We all have to do it. Every human out there has to do it. It's not just anyone that's hurting, it's also people that are healthy. To maintain that healthiness, you have to consistently do your shadow work. It could be a hidden abundance that you are actually not aware of. So shadow work does not always have to be a painful experience. It can be a joyous experience as well. So you have this abundance that you didn't really think you had, right? So like my spiritual awakening was an abundance that I didn't know I had. I had gone through my life 30 some odd years before my spiritual awakening, and I thank Spirit every day for it. That was an amazing abundance that I didn't know I had. And I was awakened to that from somebody very special to me. So I appreciate Spirit coming into my life and changing me that way. But that was deep down inside. I had never done shadow work like that before. So shadow work is always healing. Sometimes it's joyful, sometimes it's painful. But also you can have hidden passions, things that you want to work on, things that you're discovering from maybe a contract you signed before coming down here, things that are in your blueprint that you're supposed to create here. And it's manifested in this hidden passion that you didn't know was there. You're like, wow, I really want to build a beautiful garden that everyone can appreciate. Hidden passion, right? Everyone benefits. It's a positive. So that is also part of shadow work. Hidden creativity. With this wand energy here, hidden creativity. You may have a creative side that you didn't know existed. Maybe you thought you never could draw, but then you take a drawing course and you think, you know what? That was actually pretty easy for me. Or something like that. But how does this come out on the surface if we don't address our shadow work? It can come out in sadness, like we express sadness and we don't know why. We may be short-fused or angry and we don't know why. This is because there's something deep inside of us in our shadow life that we need to address. And we need to address it so that our outward appearance and our outward self can be healthy as well. The fourth card is a person digging upward. They're in this giant cavern. They have a shovel and they are digging upward towards the surface. And I really see this as a confirmation of working on your shadow self. So you are working on your shadow self and working on bringing it up towards the surface. So when it hits the surface, then you are in control and you are well balanced. How to do this? Sometimes people draw things out. They have images like I do, right? That helps them clarify the message that Spirit is giving them. A lot of times Spirit, through shadow work, gives you different messages. You can also do writing, where you don't lift up the pen, you just write about how you feel, or write about a message that Spirit is giving you. Or you can meditate. Sometimes you get images in your head, or sometimes you hear different words or see different words. Lots of different ways to get messages from Spirit or yourself and actually analyze them and see what's going on. It's a lot of fun. Most times it's always healing. Even if it's painful, it's always healing. The fifth card is you standing with your sword of truth. And what this means is, through your shadow work, you're going to find so many internal truths that you will build confidence, you will build strength, and also you are letting go of baggage. So you're dropping this backpack that no longer serves you. You are becoming lighter. With this practice, and it can be a practice that you do over and over again throughout your life. There's always baggage. There's always another truth to discover. So discovering these truths that are true to yourself and letting go of the baggage that doesn't serve you. It's constant, but boy, is it refreshing, and it really helps in every aspect of your life. And with the sixth card here, I see a candle much larger, shining brighter, And on the surface, I see yourself shining as well, smiling at the world and feeling balanced because of the shadow work being done, and you are able to reflect it to others. And they may say, wow, you look beaming. You look wonderful today. Well, what is it? You're almost glowing, right? It's that truth coming in from your shadow work. It's that hidden emotion that's been dealt with coming out from your shadow work. It's that hidden passion, that creative side finally showing itself, right? Like a plant that's come from a seed, breaks through the dirt and opens up in the light. Pile 3, thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly hope this resonates. It was a powerful message and one that we all learned from. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time.